number of reasons. One, Raquel is like my niece. Two, her father and the host of this place, Skipper, are longtime friends of mine. I'm also pleased to be here because today is International Jazz Day. I didn't make that up. So I'm here on a very important day for what I do. Jazz Day.
Go ahead, Bob. Yeah, go ahead. Plunky!
International Jazz Day. A couple of things. This is Afrofuturism. This room that you're in, this gathering of people, this is Afrofuturism. This is the meeting of the elders and the young. This is a meeting of the people who have forged the past, the people who live now, and some of you represent the future. This is Afrofuturism. This is how it looks. This is how it feels. We are all Afro-Americans now, wherever you came from. I regard Afro as the name of our tribe because we African Americans, and I don't use that term most of the time because you could be a white person from South Africa and be an African American.
That's right.
So I say Afro-American because I believe that focuses on the black people. And we're not the only people on the planet, but we're the most important people to me. And so I celebrate this kind of event. I celebrate this kind of event where there's 5 people or 500 people, 10 people or 10,000 people. And I have had audiences of those sizes. But what's important is not the size, it's the meaning. It's the interaction. It's the thoroughness of our interaction, the purity of our interaction, the great food, the great camaraderie, the great hostess or hostess. This is what's important on International Jazz Day. Just a few more things. I won't take up much of your time. I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm going to play this little bit, 2 seconds of this song. This is Tutu by Miles Davis. I'm going to say that for me, there are 4 pillars of Afrofuturism in terms of music. Sun Ra,
Teach, brother.
I'm going to name George Clinton and P-Funk.
Go say, brother.
I'm going to say Fela Kuti, even though we don't necessarily associate him with Afrofuturism, but he is the definer of Afrobeat music. And then I put Miles Davis. Now, he's not usually listed in that, but all four of them had big bands. All four of them paid attention to their African-American heritage. All four of them had forward-looking visions of what the music could be and how the people could be influenced by the music. So, this is a Miles Davis piece called Tutu. Then, by way of my teaching profession, this is a soprano saxophone. It's a part of a family of saxophones. The saxophone is obviously the most important instrument of jazz. But I'm it was invented by a Belgian man whose name was Adolphe Sax in 1845. He invented a whole family of these instruments. A contrabass sax that stands this tall, a bass sax, a baritone sax, a tenor sax, an alto sax, and a soprano sax. He named them after himself. They were saxophones. The saxophone, the soprano saxophone, you don't see that much. The alto saxophone is probably the most popular. Soprano saxophone got its start with a man named Sidney Bechet around 1910 in the early 1900s. Some of you may have seen this instrument in the hands of a man named Kenny G. But John Coltrane played it as well. The soprano sax is it sounds like a woman's voice.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Plunky, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo! This is a Herbie Hancock song. It's called Baby Boy.
Baby boy. One more will be fine, dog. Go ahead.
Yeah. Come again, Valley.
This is a Sade song. She's Nigerian.
Okay. Work it, baby.
Work, dog. Work.
Do, baby.
Plunky!